Hi everybody, Chris Scott here. I hope everybody is doing well. I know it's been a challenging time for everybody, and I know real estate is really at the back burner for a lot of people. But I have had some people reach out and ask about what's been happening in the market. So I thought I'd share a few thoughts with you. April's numbers are down, of course, sales volume by 56% over April of last year. So that's a very significant drop, obviously because of what's happening, but not as big of a drop as some other major market centers in Canada. If you look at Toronto, they're down 67% sales volume, and other market centers are down even more. I think what's interesting about Ottawa is it's just a resilient city. We have this public service as the pillar of our local economy, and that's why there's still buyers that are still confident moving forward with their purchases. When I look at prices, I am seeing prices starting to stabilize over the last month, and I believe that's going to continue for the rest of the year. I don't see any more major price increases. And in the entry-level segment, I really am seeing that later on this year, probably 3 or 4 months down the road, we should have enough inventory to make that segment a little bit more balanced than it has been so far this year. I think a lot of investors are coming out of that market, and that was a major challenge for buyers that are looking in around 500,000 because they're competing against a whole bunch of investors. So lots of interesting numbers still to come over the upcoming few months to really figure out exactly where we are. If I had a crystal ball, that would be great, but I'll give you my thoughts on where it's going to go. I believe that a lot of listings are going to come to market in probably about 2 or 3 weeks time from now, after the long weekend. I think there's going to be an influx of people that wanted to sell in March, wanted to sell in April, but didn't have the opportunity. They're going to come to market, and I think the biggest question mark is what's the demand going to be when this influx of listings comes through. I think the demand is going to still be strong because we've had this pent-up demand for 12 months now. So I still think demand is going to be very strong, but that's something that's a little uncertain at this point. So that'll be interesting to see what happens. If you're curious to know what's happening in your neighborhood, as always, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to let you know what's happening in your neighborhood. Thanks very much, everybody. Hope all is well.